welcome to the Mountaineer Racing channel. This is your host. We are at Phoenix Car Racing League Round of 8 cutoff race. 2 drivers getting eliminated from the playoffs tonight. We are once again at the virtual Phoenix Raceway, 156 lap stage 2, 58 lap final stage. We'll go over the point situation. We have Matikansky, driver of the number 19, who has clinched a spot in the round of 6 by winning both of the first two. Donkey, who will clinch a spot in the next round by starting the race tonight. Jeter, he's plus 15 on the cut line. Kojak is plus 11. Sorry, Jeter is plus 19, and Kojak is plus 6. Yeah, Kojak is, wow. Plus 15. Yep, Kojak is plus 15. Ruby is plus 13. Built Racing, last driver in right now, is plus 4. Doc, minus 4. And Deadman Casket is minus 14. Probably needs a win to get in. Pole sitter tonight is Conkey. He got the pole by having the fastest lap last week at Kansas. This race, each driver will get about 40 laps of gas. You can extend that to 45 or so pretty easily. The difficult part is you get about 35 laps before your tire blows, specifically the right rear tire. Now, there are some things that you can do to extend that, obviously in the way you drive, but also the setup. The tighter the setup, the longer that right rear tire is going to last. But generally, that's your limiting factor on when you have to pit. Not the fuel here. Little. So some handling challenges is that after 10 or so laps, I think everybody's going to feel like they're on ice skates when they're exiting the corner. Ready to start it. Alright, we are getting ready to start. Conkey on the pole. Alright. Getting ready to get going here at Phoenix. The bottom 2 drivers in points will be eliminated from playoff contention tonight. Conkey takes the green flag. Everybody's going to be cutting that dog leg all night. Conkey getting very aggressive cutting it here early. Kojak and Scotty Racer down below the apron in 1 and 2. Jeter crosses over Conkey, and he's going to go for the lead here on the first lap. Down the back stretch, formerly the front stretch. Oh, big wreck in the back. Doc Hopper's out of the... Doc Hopper already out of the race. The other driver in was the 14 of Gas Hauler, non-playoff driver Gas Hauler. We also saw big contact between the 20 of Built Racing and the 19 of Matikansky there in 3 and 4. If everybody pits here, they should have no problem getting to the end of the stage. But the big story, Doc Hopper, he came in just 4 points below the cut line. And with him out of the race, he is now guaranteed to miss the next round. Alright, Conky's still in the lead as we get restarted here with 33 laps in stage 1. Jeter, he's taking the outside in 1 and 2 this time. Oh, got into the wall. He would have had the advantage down the backstretch. Kojak's up to 3rd, Matikansky 4th. Jeter into the inside wall entering 1 and 2. That's going to cost him the position. We have Gasholler on the inside wall there in the back. Alright, we currently have some technical difficulties, looks like. Let's see, I think we're back. Alright. Anyway, Conky's leading. And that is the 2 of Jeter still trying to chase him down. Jeter getting way more aggressive in the dogleg than Conky. Oh, built hard into the wall. That's going to cost him a couple of positions. He had worked his way up to 3rd. Jeter all over the back of the 22. Go below the apron here in 3 and 4. And then we'll see him cut that dogleg again. Conky stays clear. Well back. Conky's going to have the advantage using the outside here in 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is a multi-groove turn. Oh, Built racing hard to the wall, hard into Scotty Racer, who's into the inside wall. And 3 and 4, all about the bottom. While 1 and 2, you can go up high, down low, really wherever you want to go and make speed. Conky's beating Jeter on exit pretty consistently right now. Ooh, not that time. Jeter got a good run off of 1 and 2. Let's check out the 8 car. Ruby's made his way up to 4th. Trying to get past Kojak for 3rd. Ruby's definitely one of the favorites for the race tonight between him, Jeter, Kojak, Matikansky. I think that's where winner's going to come from the back group. Conky, though, doing pretty well, although he slides way up right there. We may have a lead change here. Nope, Jeter still can't get alongside. Now he does, but he does not have the speed to make that pass. Ruby had some speed. He got past Kojak for 3rd. Phoenix, it's a track position kind of race where it's just very difficult to make passes. Conky keeps sliding up. Ooh, Jeter got into him. Contact between the 2 and 22 that time, but it only slowed down the 2 car. Matikansky looking to make a pass on Kojak on the outside. This is 3, 4, 5 here. The 2 getting down on the apron here in 1 and 2. You can do that pretty much the whole run. Start getting a little trickier as the tires get worse. There's Deadman Casket. He's had some trouble and he will be headed to pit road. Deadman likely needs a win to knock out Built Racing, but he is already 1 lap down and he'll go multiple laps down as he visits pit road. The 22 of Conky doing a great job right now. It's hard to pass here, but he's maybe a little bit faster than the 2 the last couple laps. And what he's doing right now is he's sacrificing entry, beating Jeter center off. Built Racing, he's had some issues. Scotty is coming off pit road. Yep, built right his car. There's Scotty coming off pit road. He'll try to stay out of the way. Almost went back on the pit road. That would have been a big mistake. And we have a lead change. Team Jeter has taken the lead from the 22 of Conky. Conky's got a big run off turn 4. Gonna try something. Jeter drifts a little down to the apron in 1-2, but Jeter uses the outside to hang on to the lead. With about 20 laps to go here in the stage, got that halted his momentum by running into the 2 car rather than turning inside of him. That's a line I really like from the 2 and 22 there. Start cutting the corner on exit. And meanwhile, the car of Ruby is just trying to... And there goes Deadman Casket. And with Deadman out of the race and Doc Hopper out of the race, Built Racing just clinched a spot. Actually, Built Racing, Ruby, Kojak, Jeter, all of them, the entirety of the round of 6 is now decided. So now this is just a race for some playoff points, I guess. Yes, Conky got a big run on the outside of the 2. Conky going way to the outside. Jeter tries to get a run on the bottom. Oh, the 22 hard into the wall. That should allow Jeter to keep the lead for now, but really, this side-by-side racing is just allowing Ruby and Kojak and Matikansky to all gain on these leaders. That's the 20 and the 14. Gas Hauler, Built Racing. They are not currently on the lead lap. Only the top 5 is on the lead lap. And Ruby, with the battle between the 2 and the 22, he has caught right up to these guys. Jeter's going to the outside of Gas Hauler. Conky's going to the inside of Gas Hauler, putting that 14 in a difficult position. Ruby goes to the outside. And the 14 car is just going to take it to pit road. Oh, Conky had some issues coming off the... And that caused Ruby to have some issues. I think Ruby crashes! And spun the car right out. So he'll try and keep it on the lead lap here with some serious damage. And there are 14 laps to go in the stage as Jeter crosses the line. Jeter's pulled away a little bit from Conky, then Kojak, then Matikansky, the top 4. Let's see if the 8 decided to stay on the track. He has. And he's just going to try and run out the laps and stay on the lead lap here. Only the top 4 cars are on the lead lap. Matikansky running in 4th. He started 2nd today. And he goes around Kojak. Move Matikansky up to 3rd. Well, the points no longer matter tonight, but the playoff points still have implications. Playoff points carry through to the round of 6 here. So if you want to start the next round with more points, you got to get those stage wins and race wins tonight. What a drive from Conky. I've been very impressed. He is does not have a good history at Phoenix. He said all week that this is his worst track in the playoffs, and he's been running top 2 the entire time. And as we come to 10 to go in stage 1, he's in line for some playoff points, maybe, or for some stage points and maybe a playoff point if he can get back around his teammate. Remember that 18 car Scotty Racer, he is not on the lead lap. Let's check in with Ruby. Gas hauler goes around him. Ruby with a heavily damaged race car, but he's in 5th. Can't yet see the leader, so he should be fine. Yeah, he's got about half a lap still on the leader, so he should be fine to stay on the lead lap here. The 2 of Jeter has driven into the lead here in stage 1. You see 2 battles have formed here. Jeter versus Conkey for the stage win. Matikansky versus Kojak for 3rd. Again, that 18 car not on the lead lap. Conkey hounding Jeter. Oh, gave a big shove. He's going for the bump and run. Pull alongside. Jeter stays clear. You gotta wonder, though, if these guys have enough tire to make it to the end of the stage. Should be plenty good on fuel here. But at Phoenix, it's the tires that should be more of a concern, specifically the right rear tire. Usually does not last as long as your fuel. Should be good, had that quick caution. Everybody made a pit stop, so should be safe to make it to the end of the stage. Conkey once again puts the bumper to the 2 car. Crossing over on corner exit. Did he pull alongside? With 5 laps left in the stage, he did pull alongside. Oh, Jeter cut him off hard into turn 1. And Jeter really pushing it on entry. Conkey really pushing it on corner exit. Very deferring styles here. Does Conkey want to try and get to the outside? Briefly got alongside the 2 car. He'll try and cross over. Oh, Jeter blocks Conkey. And that puts the 22 into the inside wall. Matikansky gets around for 2nd. Conkey trying to hold off Kojak right now for 3rd. Gets clear entering 1 and 2 there. This battle for the stage is not over at all. They come to 2 to go. Matikansky, Conkey, and Kojak have lined up nose to tail behind Jeter. Oh, there's Built Racing crashed. Everybody dodges him. Matikansky to the inside. Jeter cut him off. Conkey's going to go to the outside on the 19. The 19 got to the inside of the 2. Chris Matikansky. He swept the stages and the win at Kansas last week. And now he takes the white flag for the stage 1. Gee, issues right now. He can barely keep the car straight. He drops to 3rd. Matikansky gets the stage win. Jeter is around as he could not keep it straight on the apron there. He will still finish 4th in the stage. Matikansky gets the playoff point and the stage win. Matikansky, then Kojak was 2nd. Conkey 3rd, Jeter 4th, and Ruby should have brought it home. Yep, in 5th for that stage. Alright. So, a dramatic end of the stage there as Jeter's handling one away very quickly. Scotty Racer gets a free pass. He was 2 laps down. That will put him 1 lap down. Built Racing is scored 3 laps down in 7th. Gas Hauler 3 laps down in 8th. And both Deadman Casket and Doc Hopper are out of the race. Green, everybody should have gotten 4 tires, fixed their cars up. Remember, only 5 cars on the lead lap after that opening stage. We are once again green at Phoenix. Jeter getting very aggressive, cutting the dog leg there. Pulls alongside Kojak. Running below the yellow line here in 1 and 2. But now with fresh rubber, he can make that work. Kojak tapped the wall. Kojak sent it hard, slides way up the corner there. Jeter should be able to finish the pass. And let's see where he pops back up. Tries to get alongside Manikansky. Does briefly, then slides way up. Kept it off the 4 car. Conky's going to try and make the pass for 3rd. Conky slides up in front of Kojak. Ruby way down low, probably a little too down low. Remember, that's how he crashed in stage 1. And here comes Jeter. He wants the lead back. This is a longer stage. My plan, if I was a driver, would be trying to split it in half, maybe going a little past halfway. It'll be 54 laps if they go all the way green as they did in stage 1. So maybe go 30 laps and then pit. Take 4 tires. That'd be my plan. 2 tires even could work. The left sides don't wear nearly as badly as the right sides here, and you don't lose a ton of speed if you can get the car to maintain the handles, not get too loose. Big stack up behind the 2 car. Led by Matikansky in 2nd, Conky's 3rd, Ruby 4th, Kojak. Remember, those are the only 5 cars on the lead lap. Conky really lost control going into turn 1. And Ruby in the 8. Can't make the pass there. Tries to get back inside. Really hard to pass here at Phoenix. Track position means so much at this 1 mile track. Ooh, Conky into the wall. Ruby, though, had to get way out of the gas. Kojak there in 5th. Conky's really liked staying above that yellow line in 3 and 4, while guys like the 2 and the 8 have been all the way beneath it. We saw that cost both of them as they spun down on that apron in stage 1. Matikansky hanging on to 2nd. Stage 1. There's Conky dipping his left side tires below the yellow line. So far, we've seen the most speed probably from that 2 car. But not over the long run. We saw Matikansky nip him at the end of stage 2 as his car just went all the way loose. Ruby flirting with that inside wall entering turn 1. Kojak starting to drop back a bit. Jeter's been the most aggressive by far, cutting the dog leg. One of the disadvantages of cutting that dog leg on the front stretch is that you wear your tires a little bit doing that. Let's see if we can get with the 19 as he tries to hold off the 22. He has a little bit of a speed advantage on the outside, but Conky gets to cut as far as he wants off that front stretch. Matikansky gets cleared and drops to 3rd. And you see anytime these guys go side by side, they're going to lose a ton of time to the drivers around as Built Racing goes around once again, he was 3 laps down. Eight car of Ruby, he's coming for 3rd place. And not quite clear now he is. Makes the pass. Matikansky drops from 2nd to 4th, although he crossed over Ruby on the backstretch. Couldn't stick with it, and now Kojak might make a move. Conky, he made a pass on Matikansky, and he came right after Jeter. Let's get with that 22 car. Because he cleared the 19, and he started eating into the lead. And he's just so fast on corner exit right now. He might have the fastest car in the race at the moment. But again, like Jeter there in stage 1, he fell off at the end. Lost positions. There are 41 laps to go once Jeter crosses the line here. Conky thinks he has a run. Could not get to the quarter panel there. Oh, he goes to the outside. Yeah, sent it a little too hard into the corner. But gets a good drive off regardless because he was using that outside lane. Jeter protecting the bottom. Conky might want to make this pass up high though. You see that 22 just getting really high on corner entry and then cutting it hard to the bottom on exit and outrunning the 2 down the backstretch. Once again, he sacrifices that corner entry, gets a good corner exit, makes up all his time. Oh, well that time he sent it way too hard. Moves Jeter out of the way. So Conky puts the bump and run here in stage 2. I'm sure Jeter's going to remember that if they're battling for the lead late in this thing. That's not a move I would have made here in the middle of stage 2. Would have waited for that one, but he is already putting some distance between himself and his teammate. And Jeter, he needs to tighten that car up. Absolutely needs to tighten that car up right now. Just, you should not be this loose this early in the run. Oh, he puts the door to the 8. Puts the door back to him. Remember, these guys have history. Richmond earlier this year, Chicago earlier this round. And the 8 and the 2 just keep dooring each other. Oh, the 2 did not like what the 8 did. He just drove it straight into Ruby. And Ruby gets clear for 2nd. Matikansky's coming for 3rd. And I think Jeter's about as frustrated with his car as he is with Ruby right now. And we're coming up on the window where you can pit, make it on one stop, and Jeter, he's just way too loose right now. He might want to consider making an early pit stop, tightening that car up. As he has now dropped from the lead to 5th in a few laps. Alright, so now as Conky gets to the line, 34 laps to go in the stage, you can definitely pit here and make it to the end. Conky with a huge lead on Ruby in 2nd. Matikansky 3rd, Kojak 4th, Jeter in 5th. That's that 8 car. Crashed the car in stage 1, still managed to finish the stage in 5th. He's driven up the second here. But of course, had that heated battle for second with Jeter. Got a little too high there in 1 and 2. That allowed Manikansky to close in. And Ruby might just be too... He's either overdriving these corners or he's too tight right now. I'd be pretty surprised if he was too tight this about halfway through a run. That was a much better set of corners. Remember, these 6 playoff drivers, because Doc Hopper and Deadman Casket are both already out of this race, 6 playoff drivers for the round of 6 have already been set. All we're doing here is deciding what the points will look like when we start the next round. Manikansky won stage 1, grabbed another playoff, which I believe he's got 13 playoff points just from this round. So definitely he's changed his fortunes heading into the round of 6. And then let's talk about Conky, who has done a tremendous job. He's built enough of a lead, he can just react to what these drivers behind him decide to do with his pit strategy. It'll be 29 to go as he crosses the line. That's Gashaller in the 14. A couple laps down. I believe 3 laps down at the moment. And Jeter has decided to make a pit stop, so he's the first of the leaders to come in. Hopefully he makes an adjustment to tighten up that 2 car. And now the 19 of Manikansky, we saw his long run speed in stage 1, and it's here in stage 2 as he's coming after Ruby for second. Kojak as well caught up to the 8. Manikansky maybe a little bit out of the groove. You want to be right at the edge of the dark area there. You wanted to make some good speed. And you can see he can keep it down on that apron here in 1 and 2, even this late into a run. Nobody's reacted to the Jeter pit stop, at least from this lead pack. And if we go to the 22, look back, see drivers 2, 3, and 4 are gaining on him just a little bit. Not a good corner there from Ruby. Fell back a little bit. Gashaller will head to pit road. Phoenix, a little oddity, pit road entry. Oh, Kojak got loose there. Pit road entry is in turn 2, not turn 4 like most tracks. Then pit road exit is on the front stretch. So a very long pit road as well. So we'll see what the rest of these leaders decide to do. Jeter's probably putting down some pretty good laps, gaining time on these guys. So we'll see how that cycles out. Conky leads, then Ruby second, Manikansky in third. Even though it looks like Manikansky might be a little faster than the 8 car at the moment, it's just so hard to pass at Phoenix. Kojak in fourth. And a seriously impressive run from Conky, who had absolutely no confidence going into this race, but has led, I think, a majority of the laps so far. Ooh, Manikansky closing in on that 8 car. And here is Ruby closing in on Conky. And Cocky does decide to make a pit stop as he sees the rest of these guys coming. They'll all stay out. Very conservative pit road entry from the 2. That might cost him some time. So now the leader for the first time tonight is the 8 of Ruby the 1. Then the 19. The top 3 still haven't pit. Let's see. We want to see where the 22 comes out relative to the 2 of Jeter who pit much earlier. And I don't even see Jeter. Alright, there's Jeter well behind the 22. So I wonder if Conkey... Did Conkey take 2 tires? That's what you have to wonder at this point. Ruby has hit pit road. We are down to 18 laps to go in the stage when Matikansky crosses the line. Here's Ruby. Now he comes out, and he is well behind the 2, so I think a 4-tire stop from the 8. And that white car off in the distance is... Oh, the 19 and the 4 both hit pit road, and they both were very conservative coming onto pit road. So we'll try and sort this out. It should cycle out to where the 22 is the leader, followed by Jeter. And it looks like we'll see some 2-tire shenanigans. Yep, both the 19 and the 4 took 2 tires. But they both go behind the 22 and the 2. So Jeter took 4. I believe Conkey took 2. We know the 19 and the 4 took 2, and that means I believe Ruby took 4 tires. But I think also the 19 and the 4 gave up so much time getting onto pit road that really killed their strategy. So poor pit road entry execution. Gonna cost them some points here. Really, it's gonna cost them track position as we enter the final stage, but Conkey hanging on to that lead. So one key, if you're going to go 2 tires, you got to tighten that car up. Your car is a little looser after you take 2 tires than it was before. And yeah, Conkey looks like he's tightened his car up. And Jeter's gotta like the way that this strategy has played out with him up to 2nd. And Conkey will take 14 to go this time by. Now there are 14 laps to go in the stage. Checking in with that 2. He was the first on pit road, and he was in 5th when he pit. And because he got those fresh tires, ran some fast laps, he's now up to 2nd place. Now the only question is, did he tighten his car up enough to make it to the end of the stage before he loses all handling, as we've seen twice already in this race. And Matikansky, he's going to try and hold off Ruby here at the end of the stage. And again, I think the difference between Conkey and then Matikansky and Kojak was really just how they got onto pit road. That Conky had a much better pit road entry than the 19 and the 4. Kojak's dropped to 5th here, last car on the lead lap. Scotty Racer, I believe he's still only 1 lap down. He should wind up getting the free pass at the end of the stage, getting back on the lead lap. This should be the last battle, really, we see of the stage. The 8 and the 19 for 3rd place. He's able to just dive it so much easier into the corner and still get a decent run off with 10 laps left in the stage. And Ruby is ahead of Matikansky, takes 3rd place. I don't think he'll be able to catch Jeter here, although he does have fresher tires. 9 laps left in the stage when they get to the front stretch. Well, actually, this could get interesting for the lead. We'll see. These guys should, this top 3 should rubber band a bit here. Remember, the 22 took 2, and then Jeter has 4 fresh tires from his pit stop, but he pit first, which is why you see the 8 of Ruby also on 4 tires gaining on him. That he has fresher 4 tires than Jeter. So this battle for second is going to get interesting. We've already seen these two reignite their rivalry earlier in this stage. And now Ruby should be able to make a pass here in the next lap or so. He's going to go for the move on exit of 4. Oh, wow. Jeter just... Wow. So Ruby's very not happy about that. Alright, so Ruby's now... Looks like he's in 4th. Yeah, Kojak wasn't able to get around him. Alright, so let's follow Conky. Conky's gonna get the stage win. Jeters should hold off the 19, although he has, again, completely lost the handle on that 2 car. Which most likely is what caused the contact there between him and Ruby, but given the history, I don't think Ruby's ever going to buy that. Especially just earlier in the race when those two just traded blows. They had a heated radio exchange after their latest run-in. I would expect that to continue all throughout these playoffs. Alright, let's find the 22. should be the last lap of this stage. Ooh, he's in the wall there. And Conky will get the stage. Jeter! Oh, he crashed it. And he fell to fourth at the end of the stage. He has got to fix his car. He's got speed on the short run, but he needs to be able to make more than 20 laps in a run. So Conky gets stage 2, Matikansky second, Ruby third, Jeter fourth, Kojak fifth. And a playoff point to Conky. Add that to his season-long total. Scotty Racer in sixth is 1 lap down. He will get the free pass. Be back on the lead lap to start stage 3. Stage 3 is going to be about 60 laps here. Gas Hauler is in 7th, 4 laps down. Built Racing in 8th, 6 laps down. And then again, Deadman and Doc Hopper DNFs tonight. So we've already got our playoff field, but there is still plenty of drama in this one. First of all, of course, who's going to win tonight between the 22 and the 19? Maybe even the 2 if he figures out this dang car, and Ruby if he ever gets track position. And then, of course, anytime the 8 and the 2 are near each other like they are on this restart, there's going to be drama. We haven't had a caution for cause tonight, just for these stages. We are back green. Conky leading them to begin stage 3. Ooh, the 8 and the 19 both checked up hard there. Matikansky, can he get clear? Not quite. Oh, Built Racing sent it hard. Remember, he's several laps down. You do not want to be interfering with that lead group. Scotty Racer in the 18 car back on the lead lap for the first time since stage 1. Built Race probably just back off. Jeter's going 3 wide for third. Oh, he took at least 1 spot. Built Racing needs to back off. He is 6 laps down, guys. Now he's interfering with Kojak and with Matikansky. And just to inform you guys, after the Chicago race where Conky was 2 laps down and racing against the leaders, new rule was instituted that if you are multiple laps down, you have to get out of the leader's way, not interfere. So, Built Racing might be interfering, might be in violation of the Conky rule there. And it's Conky versus Ruby at the front of the field, with about 55 laps to go. Oh, Ruby into the wall, and now here comes Jeter. Jeter makes a clean pass for second there. That might be the only time that happens the rest of this season, where we see the 2 and the 8 make a pass on each other cleanly. And again, it's that short run speed from the 2 car. Conky, Jeter, Ruby, Matikansky, Kojak, still the top 5. Scotty Racer in 6th. Built Racing, he is 6 laps down in that 20 car. Scotty Racer trying to work his way past the lap car of the 20. And the 20 still battling hard. Once again, he probably should not be. 22 car, 2 car, 8 car, 19 car, 4 car. Ooh, just kept it off the wall. These guys pushing for every bit of speed they can get right now. 51 laps to go at Phoenix. 5 playoff points at the end of this one. We have to wonder, has Jeter solved his long run issues? And does anybody have anything for the 22 car on that long run? And also, what strategy reigns supreme here? This is about the same number of green flag laps as we ran in stage 2. And we saw the 19 and the 4 and the 22 all take 2 tires, while the 8 and the 2 took 4. Here comes Jeter to the outside. Not going to make a move there. He's going to try and cross over on the exit of 4. For the lead. Here comes Jeter. Conkey does a great job on the outside. But Jeter gets clear. They went door to door. That's about as close as you can get without touching. Oh, Conkey into the wall. Jeter into the wall. They both overdrove the exit of that corner. Here comes Ruby. He hasn't had a chance to pass the 22 most of the night. He's got the outside here. Can Conkey get clear? It looks like he's clear. Oh, but he's in the wall. He overdrove it trying to clear the 8. And Built Racing... Alright, this is a good battle for a second. Built Racing is complaining about the conduct from the 18 car, while Built is 6 laps down, racing the 18 car who was on the lead lap. Built shouldn't even be racing him in the first place and has no room to talk about how the 18 car is driving. Anyway, second place, 22 currently has it. But that battle between the 8 and the 22 allows Jeter to pull away. You see the 19 and the 4, they just constantly mirror each other. It doesn't seem to matter what track we go to. They are just nose to tail on the same strategy. Pretty much no matter what. And there seems to be another incident between the 20 and the 18. I think this will get reviewed after the race. Alright, the 2 of Jeter leads, Conkey, then Ruby. Gotten a little spread out here in our top 3 drivers. Alright, so now let's talk strategy. The fastest way to do it, I mean, it's really, do you want to split it in half and take 4, or do you want to go long and then take 2? And we saw that the 2 of Jeter probably gained time with the short pit, but Ruby taking 4 was the faster car, would have gotten ahead had there not been contact. Speaking of Ruby and being fast, second place once again up for debate. And then doesn't matter what Jeter's strategy is. And it sounds like the 14 of Gasholler is having some technical difficulties. Not in a good spot for it. Looks like he's just off the racing surface. He's still in the lobby, so it seems like he only lost controller. Sounds like a wheel issue. Alright, well, while we were figuring out those technical difficulties, Jeter's having some difficulties on the track with the 22 of Conky. Alright, so we'll see gas hauler every lap here. Well, now they've moved into pit road. Here comes Conky for the lead. Once again, it's that long run that is perplexing this 2 car. Conky can't quite clear. Oh, he did clear. Wow. That's a move you only make in the playoffs. Here comes Ruby. Not going to be able to make the pass this time. Oh, there's some contact. It looked like Jeter tried to make that clear. And Ruby moves on up to second. 22.82. Now the time. Once again, Jeter struggling to hang on to the car on the long runs. We've only gotten long runs. '20 and 18 are still battling. The 14 has regained control of his car. Comes off pit road. Meanwhile, this battle for second, this might be the most interesting battle for second in the history of this series. As we are down to 35 laps to go. Which means we are good to go on gas and tires if anybody wants to make a pit stop. Ruby's pulled away from Jeter. Oh boy, he really sent it in on the 22. Probably a little too hard there. Pole sitter, stage 2 winner. Most lap leader, Conky trying to hold off Ruby. The top 5 has really tightened up here in the last few laps. This time Ruby backs it off on entry. He's going to try and get the big run on corner exit. Didn't quite work out for him. None of the top 5 have made their pit stops. Scotty Racer has made his. That puts him 2 laps down. You see Scotty and Bilt still right next to each other, though pretty inconsequential at this point. Here comes Ruby. Trying to rotate through the center. He's getting a good run. Door to door with the 22 down the backstretch. Ruby into the lead. Can Conky cross him over? Not this time. He'll use the dog leg to try and get to the inside, but it's not going to work. New leader, number 8, Ruby. "30 laps to go this time by. Ruby, Conky, Jeter, Matakansky, Kojak. As they have just gotten tighter and tighter in this top 5. Jeter might have a move for second here. Conky's coming back for the lead. Top 3, nose to tail. Make that the top 4. Jeter coming for second. Conky's going to stay clear. Kojak's coming for 4th. Oh, Jeter had a really bad corner exit. He got loose. Conky had a great corner exit. He's coming. Jeter's coming to pit road. Yep, 2 car to pit road. He'll be the first on. 29 laps left. So he didn't quite make it halfway in this run, but decided his car was too loose. We'll see what adjustments he can make. He hasn't made the right ones yet. 14 of Gas Hauler. Oh, he's right in the middle of the track! Whoo, boy! So, the 14, luckily, the game had him ghosted out. As the leaders drove right through him. Here comes Conky. Here comes Matikansky now, looking for second. Man, these top four cars right there on top of each other. Built Racing 8 laps down at this point. Scotty Racer 2 laps down. They've both made pit stops in this stage. Ruby's about out of tire, so we'll see when he comes in. (8:22, 19:4), and of course the 2 car of Jeter, who's been on pit road and been making laps. Just trying to run qualifying laps at this point. Inside the 14, he'll go around Gas Hauler. (8:22, 19:4). Here comes Kojak. He's just hanging around. Been quiet tonight. But finished second in stage 1. There goes the 19, the 8, and the 4. All to pit road, leaving the 22 out on an island. And it looks like Kojak got a pretty good pit road entry. I don't think the 19 did. And it's really, where do those guys come out relative to Jeter, who came in much earlier? Oh, we have a problem for the leader. Ruby has blown a tire. He is on pit road with a blown tire, and that's going to cost him time because they're going to have to repair the damage to that car. It's got to be a 4-tire stop for the 8. Conky is now on pit road. Kojak was speeding, that's why he got such a good pit road entry. And Jeter is out ahead of the 8, ahead of the 19, so those guys took 4. Ruby did not repair the damage. Alright, I'm seeing it's a lot of rear end damage. And in Heat 5, rear end damage makes you loose. You're already loose, so whoo boy, that's gonna get interesting. Jeter though, Conky also took 4 tires, so everybody took 4 tires this time. We have 22 laps to go. Jeter has a sizable lead on the damaged 8 car and even bigger on the 22, so that short pit appears to have benefited Jeter. Alright, let's see what Ruby's getting lap time-wise here. He's still running pretty dang good lap times. So we'll see how the 8 is able to cope. But he's still running pretty good laps. Here's the 19 in 4th place. And Kojak got that speeding penalty, and now he is in 6th. Scotty Racer has gotten past Kojak here. Yeah, Ruby's running competitive lap times. Conky, he has been fantastic tonight, but now sits in 3rd, well off the lead. He's probably about 4 seconds behind Jeter right now, and he's in the wall, so he's going to get a little bit further away. So whatever Ruby's done to compensate for that damage, it's worked out pretty well for him. But I don't know if he has enough to run down the 2. It really depends on, has the 2 solved the long run. That's really what this race is going to come down to now. And Matikansky appears to have solved something because he has gained on the 22 of Conky. He hasn't shown a ton of speed on the short run. He got the stage 1 win by passing everybody on the long run. Then ran second in stage 2. He currently sits in 4th. And we now have 17 laps to go. This is the battle for 5th between Scotty Racer and Kojak. Scotty was 2 laps down at the end of stage 1. Got back on the lead lap with a couple of free passes. And then Kojak got the speeding penalty on his latest pit stop, and that... Alright, 22's put a little distance between himself and the 19. And there's Jeter. See how long this can work. Ruby's getting really loose now. Starting to drop off. And it's more into the corner than out of the corner. 5th. And Kojak has taken 5th place. He has much fresher tires than the 18. Remember, the 18 was the first of the lead lap cars to make a pit stop. Alright, let's get to the 8. And you can just see the way he's sliding into the corner. And now the 8 is losing ground to Conky. So can he limp that damaged car? He would have lost a lot of time repairing that damage. He decided, I'm going to try and race through it. You got a car on pit road. I think it's the 14. Yep, the 14 in gas hauler. Battle for second heating up here between Conky and Ruby. Conky pitted, I believe, a lap after the 8 car. Not much difference on the tires, but the 22 has full aero available to him. Oh, the 8 just kept it straight there. And he's going to allow the 22 car pass. Oh, not quite. He goes to the crossover. 10 laps left in this race. The longer these guys battle, the better it is for the 2. Oh, what a move by Ruby. Conky, though, makes a better one. How did he get back to the inside? I don't know how he did that. Oh, but he overdrove it maybe a little bit. Nope, not enough for Ruby to get back to his bumper. And Conky's in second. About 2 seconds behind Jeter. With 9 laps left. Does Conky have what it takes to run down Jeter and steal the win back? Reminder, in interviews with our top 3 finishers following the race. As we are less than 10 laps away. The 20 car is trying to stay out of the way of the leaders. Third place is swapped. Matikansky is around Ruby. As Conky continues to close in. There will be 6 laps to go this time by. Man, the 2 car on the long run, it has been his Achilles heel all night. He's had a ton of speed on the short run. Short pits here in Stage 3, gets a big lead as a result. But we can see him getting looser and looser as the laps go by. 5 to go. Conky is almost there. Matikansky's in third. Ruby has dropped to fourth after blowing that tire. Four laps left. Jeter seems to have stabilized his lead for the time being. No, Conky ran a better 1 and 2 that time. I might have tagged the wall. That'll take away whatever he did in the corner. 3 laps left. Can Conky get there? The 8 was around. He's going to hang on to fourth, though, with Kojak so far back after that penalty. Here comes Conky. They're coming to 2 to go this time. Does he go back to the bump and run? He used it earlier tonight. He gets to the outside. Jeter got loose. 2 to go here. Conky got clear. Jeter to the bump and run. Oh, he lost it again. Jeter got too loose to do the bump and run in 1 and 2. Conky's driven away. He will take the white flag. Conky's now the leader on the final lap. Conky, Jeter, Matikansky. Oh, I thought he was getting into the wall there. Jeter sends it. Wow, he really went for it. He doesn't work out. Top 2 stays the same. Conky gets the win despite the huge move from the 2. Conky wins, Jeter second, Matikansky third, Ruby fourth, Kojak fifth, Scotty sixth, Built Racing finishes 7th, 9 laps down. The 6 drivers advance into the playoffs, of course, see Matikansky, Conky, Jeter, Kojak, Ruby, and Built Racing. Deadman Casket, Doc Hopper, DNF, and are eliminated from the playoffs. And now, stick around, we will have interviews with our top 3 finishers. Alright, now we are just waiting for the post-race interviews. Trying to get our winner in here. There he is.
Woo!
Conky, we seem to be doing this a lot lately.
Oh, hell yeah, we are. That's alright with me.
Alright, well, you get the win at Phoenix, and, man, why don't you just talk about how you felt going into this race?
So I'm pretty sure the last thing I said before the race started was, "This is my worst track." My mentality was just to go in and try and figure it out. It was a big practice session for me. I was okay no matter where I finished because it didn't matter as long as I started the race. I was moving on, but I found out pretty quickly that in the long run, I was not bad. I just kept tightening it up a little bit, and it just made me better and better on the longer runs throughout the race.
Man, yeah, the long run was the key tonight. So you just talked about you just kept making it tighter and tighter. So what was going on when you were chasing down Jeter there at the end?
Oh man, when I first I try not to pay attention to the intervals too much throughout most of the race because it just makes me look away from the car. I'm not focusing enough, but I had to there, and when I first started looking, I was 4.1 back, but I noticed that I was gaining pretty quick, and when I got by Ruby with, I don't know, it was like 8 to go or something like that, I was like, I think I can do this. It was just a matter of whether or not I could get by him when I got there, and then to be able to do it on the outside the way I did there, it just, whew, it was intense. And then I thought he was taking me out there on that last lap. I was like, no, Jeter, no.
Alright, man, it's been a career season for you. What is your confidence level now as you try and get into the championship four here in the next three races?
Oh, it's absolutely at an all-time high. I'm more confident in these next three tracks than I am in this track. And then Homestead is statistically my best track. So honestly, I feel like I'm slowly maybe becoming the favorite for this thing, at least in my mind.
All
And
right, you
that's
heard
okay
it.
with
You
me.
heard it first, right here. Conky declares himself the undisputed favorite, and dares anybody to try and beat him for this championship.
Oh,
All right, man. Have a good night.
paraphrasing,
Congratulations
of
on the win.
course. Yeah, thanks. Have a good one.
All right, Chris, do I got you? All right. Well, I thought he joined the party, but I
Yes,
guess
sir,
not.
I am
Oh,
here.
there he is. All right, we're gonna do this a little out of order. Finished third tonight. How do you feel about your performance?
I feel good. Would have been nice to go for another win. Uh, just to rewind here a little bit from what Mr. Conkey had to say, I beg to differ.
Yeah, I'm sure. So you had a fantastic performance in this first round. 2 race wins, 3 stage wins, so you add 13 playoff points. Man, how important is that as you head into this next round?
Well, that was the mindset coming into the first round is playoff points. Um, just grinded it out, you know. There's some good races in here. None of these are easy to win, so my eyes are on the prize.
Yeah, so in the race tonight, we saw a lot of short run, long run setups. You obviously seem to have the long run setup. Did
Mhm.
you expect a ton of long runs tonight?
I did. Yes, I sure did. I knew with the talent that's in here, I knew it was going to come down to a long run, so I prepared myself for it.
All right, well, that preparation paid off. Got the stage win, finished third.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. See you next week, huh?
Yep, see you next week. All right, we have Jeter. Jeter, you with me?
Yep.
All right, a tough second place, a hard-earned second place though. What was with the struggles on the long run, man?
Um, I overdrove a lot of the short runs, trying to get the most out of my car. I fixed it at the end of the race, and I thought I had it, but I choked it away.
All right, so we saw in both stage 2 and stage 3, you went to the short pit strategy. Was that because you thought that was the best overall strategy, or did you think I have to do this because my car dies after 20 laps?
No, I could have went a little bit longer than on the last pit stop, but I knew how big of an advantage I got at the end of the last stage, and I knew I could I could have a huge lead going into the last pit stop, but the 8 and the 22 didn't battle as hard as I hoped they would, and the 22 caught me pretty quickly. I was saving my car for the last like 5 laps, and that's why the 22 caught me so quickly.
Yeah, the 8 had a tire issue and had a ton of damage in that last run, so he really wasn't stopping anybody. But, I think for what it's worth, you definitely had the right strategy there, regardless of how your car was doing.
My car at the end was fine. It wasn't my car's fault. It was my fault for overdriving the last 2 laps.
All right, is there anything you can learn from this one that you can take forward with you the rest of the season?
I'm gonna be finishing second place every fucking week. It feels like.
All right, well, a disappointed Jeter finishing second here tonight. So a quick reminder, we have the round of 6 opener next week. I believe that is Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas, Bristol, and then Daytona will be the round of 6. And after that, we'll have 2 more drivers cut before the championship 4 at Homestead. The 6 drivers moving on: C. Matikansky, Conkey, Jeter, Kojak, Ruby, and Built Racing. That's all we've got for the race tonight at Phoenix, and we'll see you next week for Texas.